Good morning. You're welcome to today's lectures. We are still on the course Basic Dispensing Theory. Basic Dispensing Theory, BDT 152. We are still on the topic tablets, and this should be tablet part 4. I think so. That should be part 4. Our fourth contact, right? Yeah. Alright, so we continue from where we stopped. We are still on the tablet what? Ingredients. Yesterday we discussed the ingredients, active ingredients and what? SCPs. So I think we did justice to active ingredients, right? So today we started excipients. So today we will conclude we'll continue from where we stopped and the excipients. Okay, so basically we stopped at binders and what? No, we stopped at disintegrants, right? Yes. Yeah, we stopped at what? Disintegrant. I just mentioned disintegrant and stopped because your lecturer came for his lecture. So today we start from disintegrants. As you all know, disintegrants are added to tablet formulation to facilitate its what? Breaking or disintegration. Breaking or what? Disintegration. When in contact with water in the what? GIT. You know that the GIT has fluid, right? Gastric juice. So because of the presence of the disintegrant inside the tablet formulation, when the tablet gets in contact or the dosage from, especially a solid dosage from tablet, even capsule, get in contact with this fluid. Now what happens is this: it will swell off, right? Next thing you need to do what? Break into pieces or disintegrate, so as to release the what? Active what? Ingredient. So is what the ingredient that is responsible for this is what? Disintegrants. Are we together? Disintegrants. Okay. So examples of the disintegrants are, we have starch. And one is starch. Starch at the concentration of what? 5 to 20% of tablet what? Total weight. Listen carefully. Listen carefully. This one is different from starch. This one is the starch powder itself. But the starch powder, for you to act as a disintegrant, it will be up to 5 to 20% of the total weight of the what? The tablet itself. Am I completing? So you should know the total weight of the tablet. Then between 5 to 20% of the total weight should be what? Starch. In such concentration, the starch will act as what? As what? Disintegrant. Am I communicating? Am I communicating? So remember, we have starch as powder, 5 to 20% of the total weight. Starch as also binder, right? Yes. At what consistency? Paste, right? Yes. At what consistency? Paste. Paste consistency means is it in paste? Like is it in powder? Is it as a liquid? So as the consistency of paste and at a particular what concentration of what? Good. It will act as what? Binder. So note this point. These are very important points. So you don't just say starch like that. You have to talk about the consistency and the what? The concentration at which it will act as different what? Ingredients. You now see starch. Starch acting as what? Direct. Starch acting as what? Binder. Starch acting as what? Disintegrant. But at different consistencies and what? Strength or concentration. Please note the differences, okay? Now, apart from starch itself, we also have starch what? Derivatives. Starch what? Derivative. We have things like Primogel and Explotar, okay? Primogel and what? S-floater, 1 to 8%. Then we also have clays. Clays also can act as what? What type of clay are we talking about? We have Vegum HV. Vegum HV. We also have bentonites. Bentonites are 10% what? Level. But it should be, that one is for colored what? Colored what? Tablets only. Please note this point. We also have cellulose. Cellulose can also act as what? Disintegrant. Cellulose can also act as what? The disintegrant. Then we also have cellulose what? Derivatives. Example, we have sodium carboxyl methyl what? Cellulose. Sodium what? Carboxyl methyl cellulose. Sodium carboxyl methyl cellulose. We have that the brand name we have what? Add the salt. Add the what? Add the what? Salt. Then we also have arginate. Arginate can also act as what? Disintegrant. Are we together? Arginate can also act as what? Disintegrant. Even PVP. PVP, but that one is cross-linked. Cross-linked to what? PVP. Polyvinyl what? Pyrrolidone. Polyvinyl what? Pyrrolidone. Polyvinyl pyrrolidone. PVP. Then apart from this one are just ordinary disintegrants. We have a group of this one we call super. So most of these high profile and the best-selling tablets, especially for paracetamol, they use super disintegrants. These are the tablets you see, they are very hard. Even if you throw them up, they will not break. Even if no matter the amount of mechanical whatever they pass through, they remain strong. But once they come in contact with water, few seconds, they use, those countries use super disintegrants. So we call them what? And they are very what? Expensive. They are what? This category of disintegrants are very what? Expensive. That's why you see such brands very expensive. Am I communicating? Almost active ingredient is something. Paracetamol is same paracetamol. But what differentiates? Are we together? Active ingredient is the same thing. Different companies can still go to the same source to buy the same paracetamol or powder, right? But when they now come, what differentiates company A or brand A from brand B is the type of excipient they use. We have cheap excipients. We have very, very expensive excipients. And all those contribute to how effective the drug will be, the formulation will be. It's the same tablet, but the rate at which this brand will deliver its own active ingredient may not be the same rates. That's what differs. They say, this one works well. It's the same paracetamol, but because maybe the company has what it takes to get those excipients that will give them what they are looking for. They will invest. They will get those excipients and use it, and also apply different scales in their own formulation to get what they're looking for. That is what differs one brand from another brand. And those companies will hide that formula. Those high-profile companies, they will hide those formulas. It's a paracetamol, but how they formulate their own, the ingredient, they will hide everything so that nobody will do what? Because if any of their staff release it to another company, good. And also, another thing there is that, that's why today you see some, apart from adverts, apart from the money they spend in advertising, promoting their product and other things, there are some companies that you see, just take ordinary, just take artemether lumefantrine, anti-malaria. The anti-malaria you get, one is around 2,000 something a packet, one is around 500. Yes. Or something. They contain the same, let me use artemether lumefantrine, ACT. They contain the same artemether lumefantrine. But what differs is the formula. Is the what? Formula. So the artemether lumefantrine in this one is not fake. But what differs is this: what type of excipients? They are highly expensive excipients that gives delivery like as fast as possible. Not all companies can afford them. They'll take the one they can do what? Afford. But those ones like this super disintegrant, within seconds, the tablet has done what? So that was, immediately I took this paracetamol. Piam! But this one took time. Some didn't do anything. Sorry. Am I communicating? So this is the type of excipient that the company use. That what differentiate their own. And the scales, how they formulate their own. Because every day, researchers, there are some companies on their own. They have a department we call Research and Development Department. What they do is that department, in those big companies, that department fund different scientists, different researchers to carry out research on excipients that will help them to achieve their purpose, on what they will do to improve their product. And once they research on those things, they will take the result of their research and put it in their practice to get the best. But some small companies don't have such thing now. So they will be making do with the one they have. So you can't compare two of them. That's why one, they promote their products and they make sure that their product is in the lips of every doctor, everybody. Even if it is expensive, those rich people will come and say, please give me that one. Is that one I want? And I say, but sir, this one 500, he's working the same thing. I know. It's not my money. Give me the gold of 5,000. What is your problem? So now, let's continue. So let's look at these super disintegrants. Listen carefully. These super disintegrants, they swell up to 10 watts fold within 30 seconds when in contact with water. So if you get the tablet, and once the tablet get in contact with water, within 30 seconds, the tablet will swell up to 10 times its original size. That's meaning. Up to 10 times, within 30 seconds. Next thing, it will do what? Disintegrates and release active ingredient very fast. To compare other, there are minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, some maybe get up to 15 minutes. So that's what super disintegrants do. Examples of these super disintegrants. We have cross camelus. Cross what? Camelus. So cross camelus is a cross-linked to what? Cellulose. Is a cross-linked to what? Cellulose. And we also have cross povidone. Cross what? Povidone. Is a cross-linked to what? Povidone. Then we also have sodium starch what? Glycolate. Sodium starch what? Glycolate. Is a cross-linked to what? Starch. Have you noticed that most of them are cross-linked? They have been improved on. Am I communicating? Yes. You know, there's what is called the other things are introduced to link. That one is developing in polymer science. Okay, I wouldn't want to go into that. Okay, yeah. Now, but the point there is that these cross-linked products, they swell within what? 30 seconds. When they contact with what? Water. They are very expensive. They are expensive. To compare with ordinary with disintegrants. I remember when I was working in the manufacturing company, there was this paracetamol we designed. We launched into the market. We try as much as possible to ensure that it comes close to the reigning brand. I don't want to mention the name. As at that time, we did everything possible. We even looked at see how we can design the packet. But what we didn't have was super disintegrants. We tested it. We got the brand. I don't want to mention any brand. We got the brand, tested, did the disintegration test of that brand. Within it didn't get up to 5 seconds. So nice. Our own, the one we manufactured took like 10 minutes before I laughed. I said the difference is clear. We can never get close to this. But we tried as much as possible. We keep working, adjusting the concentration of the disintegrant and the binder. We keep working. Sometimes we got to a point, the binder, there was a time we got the disintegration to be very, very fast. But the tablet was not strong. we carry out hardness test. Remember I told you about the test now, you did know it. We carried out hardness test. The tablet just break up. The desiccation time came down, the tablet was not hard again. Then we make it hard. Very hard. Desiccation time, very, very high. We became tired. I left them and went to slept in the company. In the factory. Next day, I came back again because the factory was far from my house. The next day, we came again, we continued. But at the end, we were able to get something that at least is not up to that, the leading brand, but at least it was something that at least if somebody could not afford the leading brand, you can say, okay, I think this one is close to it, let's buy this one. And I beat my chest today that I was able to achieve that. Am I completing? Yes. I beat my chest today that I was able to achieve that. And this paracetamol sold. It sold like fire. I don't want to mention any brand name, but that if people were like, okay, it's almost the same thing, let's go to this one. So at a point, they started doing like this at 11. Well, because me, I don't waste time. Once you start doing this thing, I don't leave the moment. I know what I have. Be straightforward. Then you can work with me. So I just left them. After some time, I started hearing stories that I don't want to go into that. That the brand, they started doing nonsense. And the brand, I don't even think is still in the market now. But it's okay. That was then. I think that was in let me mention you. All right. So now, how do we now incorporate this word, the disintegrants? How do we now incorporate what this word, disintegrants? Now, so a portion of sometimes you can incorporate before you can. There's some part of this experience. This disintegrant you can incorporate before compression. Okay? You can also do what? Incorporate after what? Compression. Okay? You know what I mean by before compression? Yes. Yeah. And after what? Compression. Now let's go. So a portion of the disintegrant is added before granulation. And a portion, not compression, before granulation and after what? Granulation. Surely before what? You cannot incorporate after compression. Now, true of us. Does it make sense? I wanted to say granulation. Before what? Granulation, right? Yes. Then after what? After granulation, before what? Compression. So the landmark is what? Granulation, not compression, please. Okay, sorry. I said that the landmark is the landmark is what? Granulation. Or the focal point is what? Granulation, not compression. You add before granulation. Then, and a portion before compression. Then afterwards, granulation. True of us? So we are looking at it the way it is. I'm trying to explain it. Because after granulation, what next? Compression. So that means it should be before granulation and afterward. Surely before what? Compression. So now, we say that a portion is added before granulation and a portion before compression. So, when it's added before compression, it's acting as what? Glidant or what? Lubricant. Glidant or what? Lubricant. So that means you can have your disintegrants acting as both disintegrant and what? Glidant or what? Depending on when you do what? You incorporated it, okay? If you add before granulation, you are talking about what? As what? It's acting as what? Disintegrant, right? So the one added after granulation before compression, it acts as what? Glidant or what? Lubricants. Are we together? You don't understand? Say what? Okay, what is there? What is there? You don't know. What did I say?
Is it that before, like, before granulating is called disintegrant.
I said that. All together. I said that the disintegrants can be added in two portions. The first portion can be added before granulation. Then the next portion can be added after granulation. Before what? Compression. When it's added before compression, it's acting as what? Lubricant or what? Glidants. Does it make sense? Does it make sense? Because say you know that the granules will have to pass through the hopper down. I told people to watch. I told people, see, let me tell you something. I think I noticed that. Let me tell you something. There are things I don't do, but sometimes I look at students and do it. I'm a lecturer here. I teach you my course. I'm not supposed to be doing private lesson in my own course. Am I competing? It's wrong. Okay? I have two reasons for that. The first one is that it may be misunderstood. Then the second part of this is that you may make the student not to be serious in class because he believes that we will see meet somewhere. Am I competing? So last semester some people did it. I wanted not to do it. I just pitied them. I started it private lesson with them in my course. But I noticed that they were not serious. I gave them back their money. Am I competing? But I noticed that this same thing is happening now. I'm seeing a human being that pay for private lesson in this course, and she's not serious with this class. She's chatting and discussing. I don't have to call him now. Please be careful. You should be serious with this, okay? Very, very what? Serious. I will not give this point again. Now, let's continue. Now, lubricant and what? Glidants. Now, I have explained what? Lubricant, okay? Now, but what I want to point out here is that the difference, if you're not careful, you think that lubricant and glidant are exactly what? The same thing. So by the time we are done here, you understand the difference between just slight difference between lubricant and what? Glidant. Now let's go. So lubricant and glidants. Let's start from lubricants. Lubricants are intended to prevent what? Adhesion of the tablets materials to the surface of the dies and what? Punch. The dies is the punches, right? The dies and what? Punch. Now listen carefully. If there is no lubricant, when the granules enter and you punch it, there is high tendency that it will adhere to the walls of the walls. True of us? Yes. So you need lubricant so that it will, just like hair. Let me use the one you do at home very well. Who cooks more here? That more, not that one you do now. The one that you use steam. So what happens? Why? Good. Let's start from the one you know. You put oil in the what? Tin, right? The idea is that after cooking the moimoi, you can easily do what? Get the moimoi back. If you not put oil, you use spoon and in fact you will destroy the moimoi. True of us? Good. Now that's what happens in punch and in dye and punch. The granules, if there is no lubricant, I didn't say you should go and pour oil in the lubricant are in powder form, but they will reduce any interaction between the granules and the walls of the what? Dyes and punch, so that if they enter the dye, if you punch it out, it will be tablet. It will come out without sticking to the wall on the wall. So that's what the work of what? Lubricant. Does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, so I said lubricants are intended to prevent adhesion of tablet materials to the surface of the dyes and what? Punches. Now, they also reduce interparticle what? Friction. They also reduce interparticle what? Friction. Now, apart from their adhesion to the walls, these particles of the granules, there's friction between them, right? And if there is so much friction between them, they didn't know if you bother to watch any video. Maybe I'll send you a link or video on tableting, maybe on YouTube. Maybe I will search and send you. Sorry, we cannot do it here. I will give you maybe I will send a video on how they do what. Maybe when you go for your industrial trip, by God's grace, if your SCG is still planning for it, they should go for your this thing. Then you see it, you see this tableting machine, you see the life, how they what happen and how they do it. Now there's these particles of the ground, they interact with each other. There's friction between them, and if this friction is much, they will not be able to flow down. True of us, they will delay. And this thing that is this punch and die is timed. True of us. You remember, it's rotating, it's punching. Tablet is so if there's a delay in flow of the ground from the hopper down, you may see empty punch. They will just hit it empty. True of us, because they're not stopping. They're not waiting for okay, I come now, I come. Then you come, you punch. No, you not say ground is come now. You're not. No, it's moving. It's moving at a particular what rate. Am I completing? So at any point in time, ground should be flowing inside for the what punching compression. So if there's a delay, what will happen? You will see empty what? And when the die and the punch are hitting empty this thing, they will destroy easily. Then the company will spend more money to replace those things. Am I communicating? So this is apart from the adhesion to the walls, it also helps in what? Reducing the interparticle what friction between the what? Particles of what? Granules. Does it make sense? So that's another function of the wall. So with this now, if the interparticle friction is reduced, it will improve the what? Rates of flow of the what? Granules. So the granule can flow well. True of us, if we are about 5 of us now want to run from here to here, and 3 of you are holding each other, will it be fast? You don't be fast now. 2 of us, L and a 4, Gadafia, so do we don't her up. What are you doing here now? Time will be going. But if you're on your own, you are there. So that reduction of interparticle friction of the molecule of the granular particles, we enhance increase in what? Flow rates on the what? On the hopper. So that's what happens. That's for what? That's for what? Lubricants. So lubricants adhesion, right? Yes. It reduces what? Adhesion. It on the walls of what is it called? The punch and the dies, right? Even on the hopper set. Now, and also it is interparticular what? Friction between the particles of the what? Granules. Then to improve what? Flow. Now glidant, what do glidants do? So glidants promote flow of granules. Listen carefully. Glidants promote flow of what? Granules or powder what? Material by reducing the friction between the particles. It's specific on that one. Lubricant has some effect in the interparticular what? Friction. Am I completing? But glidant is more particular on that what? You know gliding, right? Hope you know the mean of the gliding. I search it now. Gliding. I search it. Search it now. Gliding. Search it. What does it mean? Let's start from there. Remember I told you if you're going to my class, make sure you have data. Because data is like, God bless you. Data is life. In the world of today, data is what? Life. After you are feeding after you are feeding, next is what? Data. If you know, you know. After you are feeding, next is what? As a student, after you are feeding, next is what? Data. Apart from school fees, your parents will pay. I mean after you are feeding fish. Next thing is what? Data. Because even these days, you don't even need to carry Facebook up and down. Anything you need is here online. True of us, you can Google and get a Facebook online and print it out. True of us, you can even buy it online. If you don't have data, will you buy it?
I do.
What is gliding? What does it mean? Is there any word like that? Okay, what does it mean? I can't hear you. Speak out. Please, someone, please.
Used to move. To move smoothly without stopping or
Hey! Thank you. God bless you. God bless you. Angela, stand up. Please, let's hear you.
Substances that are used to enhance the durability of the organ by reducing the interparticle friction, surface charge, and adhesion, which in turn reduces the amount.
God bless you. What he does is cohesion. You know, when there is in your physics now, you did force of cohesion and adhesion, right? Now, cohesion. What is that? Cohesion means the particles are what? Coming what? Together, right? So when these particles are together like that, they will not be able to flow easy, right? So they need to be what? Separated. So they are so glide, and that gliding the friction between the particles will what? Reduce. So glidant is specifically on the interparticular what? Friction. Specifically. But lubricant is more on the reducing the in fact, in summary, lubricant is more of reducing force of adhesion, preventing them from adhering to the walls, either on the hopper or on in the die and what? Punch. Then it has some effect on the what? Interparticular what? Friction. But glidant specifically on the what? Interparticular what? Friction. Friction between the particles, specifically for what? Glidant. Lubricant has cohesion, reducing cohesion between the particles and the walls of the hopper or even the dice. And then a bit of what? Interparticular friction what? Reduction. But glidant is specifically on what? Yes. So if you are asked to differentiate, let me tell you, if you are asked to differentiate between glidants and lubricants, even if you forget the interparticular force friction reduction by lubricants. No, I won't even. If you just say that the lubricant reduces the what? If you say that lubricant reduces the force of adhesion between the particles and the walls of the punch and the die and hopper, while glidant reduces the interparticular what? Friction between the what? Granule particles. I will mark it for you. But if you go and tell me that lubricant reduces interparticular force, friction, and also come and tell me that glidant reduces, there's no difference in true of us. But if you mention this, that adhesion must be there in the what? Lubricant. Why? Glidant is more on the what? Cohesion. Are we together? So the particle should be free. In fact, in summary, for the particle to flow, for the particles to flow well, for the granules to flow well, the particles must be free of their own. They should not hold each other. One. And they should not hold the wall. True of us. Two. That's when they can do what? Flow. In summary. They must be free. If you are here and something is holding you on this wall, are you free? No. Can you flow? No. You are here, something is holding you. Can you go? No. So it's only lubricant that can do what? Free you, right? Then you are 3, 4, and you're holding each other. Can you go? The glidant can do what? Separate you. So they work together. Lubricant and glidant work together to do what? To increase what? Flowability. Simple. To works together to synergistically. We call it what? Synergistically. And this one is attacking, preventing on the wall. The other one is preventing interparticular wall friction, so that they can be free and flow on their own. If not, they will remain there, and the empty die and punch will just be doing. We are in capo, nothing will come out. True of us. So I think I've said so much on this. I've done this. God bless you. Now, examples of lubricants. We have stearic acid. Stearic acid. Stearic acid is an example of what? Lubricants. Then we have stearic acid salt. Stearic acid salt, like we have magnesium, just like stearic acid, right? Then an example of the salt is what? Magnesium what? Stearate. Magnesium what? Stearate. So the stearic acid on its own can act as what? As what? Lubricant. Why what? Magnesium stearate can also act as what? Lubricant. So stearic acid, magnesium stearate. We have talc. Then we have polyethylene glycols. Polyethylene glycols. PEG. The acronym is PEG. Polyethylene glycol. PEGs. Polyethylene glycols. Polyethylene glycol. PEG. They also have surfactants. We have surfactants. They can act as what? They can act as what? Lubricants. So we have stearic acid, magnesium what? Stearate. We have what? Talc. We have what? Polyethylene glycols. We have what? Surfactants, right? So these are examples of what? Lubricant. Now let's look at glidants.
Sir,
Yeah.
this tag is not about the filter.
Total.
It's not the example of filter.
Different ingredients act as different purposes. How many you see the different ingredients? What the same ingredient acting different purposes. Okay? Yes. Yeah, net 151 jaja. Yeah. I like that. I told you in my course, if you walk, you see it. It's not magic. You can't do magic in my course. If you walk, you see the effect immediately. Opera magic. You can't just be playing and from nowhere. No, it's not possible. It can never happen in no game It can never happen. You must work for it. And I must devise means to make you work for it. Unless you don't want to work. If you don't want to work, why others are busy praying? Hi God, I want to score like 100. You play 50. Let me pass. God, let me pass, please. Well, when others will see their score and they score 95, then they are angry. Why not do it? You see 50, say, hey! Oh no! So please, work hard and smart. Now let's look at glidants. So examples of glidants, we have what? Cornstarch. What's that? Okay. Hope there's no problem. Okay, so cornstarch at concentration of what? 5 to 10%. Act as what? Glidants. Then we have talc. Talc, specifically at what? 5% concentration. Then we have silica derivative. Silica derivative, which are mainly colloidal silica, such as carboxyl, siloid, aerosol. That aerosol is in the concentration of what? 0.25 to 3% what? Concentration. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Good. So, let's look at coloring agent or what? Colorants or what? Coloring agent or what? Colorants. Coloring agent or what? Colorants. Now, there are three purposes or reasons why we use what?
Coloring agents.
Colors or dyes and dyes in tablet what? Formulation. There are three objectives, three things you want to achieve for using what? Colorant in what? Tablet formulation. Number one is that to mask off color drugs. You know there are some color that you see, in fact, you wouldn't want to take them as three of us. Yes. And there are people that are color that have issues with color. There are people that have issues with color. Naturally, they have issues with what? Color. So sometimes you can mask the color of the drug. So you use colorant to give it. There's a color you see, you like that in three of us.
Sure.
So they can use to mask off color drug. Then they can also use for product what?
Identification.
Even though that's not ideal. Remember, I keep saying that, okay? Because I've seen a lot of people will maybe in farm they will send me message, farm, look at this drug, see the color. What drug is this? Say, I'll tell the person, please, I don't identify drug with their what color. It can mislead you. What if another brand uses the same color for their own product? What are they going to do? You will say, hey, you go buy me that capsule, that yellow capsule. You go there are up to other capsules that are what yellow. What are you going to do? Then if the person is there, that this person drug doesn't know what he's doing, you do tomato and choose any yellow capsule and give you go. So it's not ideal, even though yes, to some extent, maybe if you've already bought the drug and kept it on your baby drug basket and send your son and you are sure there is no other yellow capsule in that basket, maybe please get me that yellow capsule in the basket. In such case now, the person once you get there, you see yellow one, you can pick it up and take it. But not that you use color and go and start buying drug is risky. Is what? Risky. Okay, now. Then another one is that it aids in the production of more elegant what? Products. Elegant. So this one, it adds to the aesthetic value. It adds to the what? Aesthetic. Aesthetic what? That's what I mean by elegance. To make it to be appealing, beautiful. You know? What are these people discussing? What are these? In fact, how many people are here? Everybody come here. My eyes are now on you. Get your book fast. Fast. One. Get your book fast. From today, Gavazia, my eyes are on you. Oh, yeah, come and sit here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 human beings are here. Oh, yeah, sit here. Yes, shift over here. Can you get it? Don't worry. We go and get your note also. Fast. Get your notes. Some of you are very, very intelligent. Naturally, but I don't know. Coordination becomes your issue. Someone like you, if you put more effort, if you get in a class like that, you can shift. Now, let's continue. I want to give you an assignment. Please go back. I want you to find out, in terms of color, find it out yourself. I will ask it. Find out yourself, in terms of color, and what is the full meaning of everything. It's not fixed those combination, no. It's not fixed those combination, no.
Excuse me.
In terms of colorants, find out the full meaning of, as when it comes to dyes, colorant and dyes now, find out the full meaning of what? FDC. I'll ask it in our quiz on Monday. But I told you that our quiz will not be on Monday, right?
Yes,
Did I not make the announcement here? I said that Fridays, I have other things on Friday. Before I will come back in, it may be around 4. So I have other commitment outside. So don't wait for me. I have tutorial by 5 p.m. So please, Monday is better, okay?
Yes, sir.
Monday, 3 p.m. So now find out the meaning of FDC, the full meaning. What this mean, and what? What this mean, okay? Sometimes you see FD and what? FD and what? C. To find out what the full meaning. I will ask it in the quiz. That one is different. That one is Food Drug Administration in US, right? Just as we have NAFDAC in Nigeria. Just as we have NAFDAC in Nigeria. So we have FDA in what? Mainly US. It's the same body. They regulate drug, food, there. Why NAFDAC also regulate our own here in Nigeria? Bring out your note and write something. Where is it? Now, are we together?
Yes.
Okay, let's go. So, all coloring agents must be approved and certified by what? FDA. Okay? They must be approved and what? Certified by what? FDA. Now, two color. This person, excuse me, sorry, I'm coming. Now let's go. So I said that all coloring agents must be what? Approved and certified by what? FDA. So two forms of color. Two forms of colors are used in tablet what? Formulation. We have F, D, and C dyes and D and C what? Dyes. So if I want to find out the full meaning of that F, D, and C. What I want to do? No matter how it is, just find out what F means, what D means. I didn't ask you. Still find out what it means, what this means, and what this word means. Simple. With respect to what? Dye. Remember. With respect to what? Dye. Find out what is. With respect to dyes and color, okay? I should do what? I should explain it. Note it down here. I had the question. Okay, now so your lecturer is here. Let me just round up. Let me finish color. Then tomorrow we'll continue. Okay, sorry. Monday we'll continue. Are we together? Yes, I said that they are in two forms. We have FD and what? C. And what? D and C. Dyes. Good. So how do we apply these dyes? These dyes are applied as solution. Listen carefully. Listen carefully. The dyes are applied at what? Solution. In the granulating agent. In the what? Granulating agent. They are applied as a solution in the what? Granulating what? Agent. You also have lake forms. It can be solution or even lake forms of what? Dyes. Lake form of the what? Dyes. Now listen carefully. But there's something about the lake form. Lake. We have solution form and what? Lake what? Form. There's something about this lake form of this dye. The lake form, what happens in lake form is this. The lake form dyes are absorbed on hydrous what? Oxide. And they are employed as what? Dry powder coloring. They are absorbed where? On what? Hydrous oxide. And what? Employed as used, applied as what? Dry powder what? Coloring. Unlike the one is what? Solution what? Form. Are we together? So now we have in powder form and what? Solution what? Form. That's what we are. I'm trying to explain here. Okay.
Yes.
Now, so examples of this dye. Examples of this dye are we have FD and C yellow. Yellow 6. Okay. That one is what? Sunset what? Yellow. Sunset what? Yellow. This code have what they need. I will ask you to. F, D, and C, yellow 6 means what? Sunset what? Yellow. Why F, D, and C, yellow 5 means what? Tetrazine, okay? Tetra what? Zinc. Then we have F, D, and C, green 3 is what? Fast green. F, D, and C, green 3 is what? Fast green. Then F, D, and C, blue 1 is what? Brilliant blue. F, D, and C, blue 1 is what? Brilliant what? Blue. Then why F, D, and C, blue 2 is what? Indigo carmine. I think we'll stop here, please, so that we can have your lecture. In our next class, we'll start from what? Flavoring agents. Okay? Let's back. I want to finish this by next week so that we enter capsules. No, we enter coating. Any question? I think let's end here, please, so that your lecture will come in. Everybody, you will stay in here. Do you hear me? No, you. Okay now. Let's see how it goes. Now. No, we there here. Are we there here? Let's see how it goes. Ada, if I forget, remind me. Ada, Obi, if I forget, remind me. Once I enter, tell me, sir, everybody is not here. So, in fact, the whole class just tell me, everybody is not what? Here. My class. All right, thank you very much for your attention. God bless you. Thank you.